Welcome
Welcome
to
to
Shade in
Shade
the
in the
City.
City.
I'm Sharice,
It's Nels.
and we are getting into our review of Ready to Love. Had to think about it, episode 4. So please make sure if you have not already that you hit that like button.
And that subscribe button.
And y'all, let's get into it. And let's get shady. Yes, don't you love our glasses? New glasses.
Yes. Thanks, Alicia.
Thank you, Alicia. Information will be down in the description box. All right, so we're going to start off this episode. We are at the ladies' lounge. Nephew Tommy is, welcomes Looney back to the group. And now he's letting them know you have the power to eliminate this week. He reminds them that trying to protect their heart will end up having you continuing to be a party of one and be rolling by your damn self. And we're trying to get you to a party of two. So I'm going to need you to let go all your shit and challenge yourself. He challenges them to be daring and bold and big. And the best way to do that is come half naked to my all epic white party. Is that not what? Okay. I'm just saying.
Jesus Christ.
He said I had to give him a little push and nakedness will do it. That's daring. So Kayla's excited about the opportunity for everybody to like get together again. And just mingle with all the guys and the ladies. Looney said, she hopes these men are up for the challenge because she's looking for a man who can lead because
the girl's
ready to follow. So follow me, follow me, follow me. Okay, I'm sorry. Now, Kayla and Randall go on a cute litute date at Matchbox. I didn't even know they had a Matchbox in Miami now. Okay.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was Matchbox.
Yeah. So
I like Matchbox.
It's cute. That's cute. So Kayla says she is stepping out of her comfort zone and not just going with what she's normally attracted to. Did I get that understanding?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Randall is excited as well to get to know her because he said he really hasn't had a chance to talk to her since the pool party. So they clearly have been feeling each other's vibe. They just haven't, I guess,
like from across the room.
From across the room, like I see you, you see me, we see each other.
We just ain't got a chance to speak.
Okay. Now, there's definitely sexual chemistry. I think I missed a couple of things that were said.
All I know he fed her a piece of steak and she was like, this is thick.
Oh.
And juicy. She was like, the sexual tension is definitely there. Girl.
Now.
All right, Issa.
Okay. Now she talks about, now that would give real Issa energy. Now, she talks about how basically she likes to have fun and be romantic and, at the same time. And he talks about wanting a family and wanting to have fun with his partner first.
Apparently, he grew up and holidays were a big thing. He said it was a big event and, all his family was there. So this is something he's looking forward to when he does have a family.
Right.
He mentions how many kids he want to have. And he says, I think he said a couple.
He said a couple. He said a couple. And she was like, oh, a couple's cool. And then he was like,
unless you want 4 or 5. You want 4 or 5, don't you? She was like, look, she looked like she about to choke on something. She said,
no, I think she said 5 or 6. Oh, and then she was like, oh, I like that grown man energy. That means there's going to be a lot of kids. That's why she like that.
Oh, that's not what I picked up. I didn't understand why she was calling that grown man energy.
Because basically he's saying, I'm going to you until we have 5 or 6 kids. That's a lot of.
I don't think that's grown man energy. I mean, baby daddies do that.
Well, I didn't say it. She did. I'm just saying. I didn't say it was grown.
I mean, you don't want to explain it. So
I'm just telling you what my thoughts were, why he's giving grown man energy. Now, what I did like, which I feel like Ready to Love doesn't normally do, and I feel like they need to do more of this.
Yes.
Is we actually got to see them Like
walk her
as
to the
he walked
car.
her to the car and see them talk. And I was like, yeah, why do y'all always cut this footage out? Because I thought it was dope. Because honestly, I feel like in some of these dates and the conversations, the clips we get to see, sometimes it doesn't feel authentic. And I don't know, for me, when I saw them holding hands, walking to the car, it made it more believable to me that they actually are feeling each other. So, but yeah, so no, I
I
thought
know he did pick her up. She was like, oh, okay, he got little muscles going on. And he said he got to see a different side of her. You know, on this date. So they did a close up on that too.
And so did we.
Right? They did a close up on that too. I said, oh, the cameraman is just all in that thing. Just
that thing was thanging.
It was thanging.
Oh, and then we hop over to Miss. We call her Jay.
Jay.
Yeah, we call her Jay. I don't want to butcher her name. Now, y'all.
Jamala.
Shay Squad. I tried to give Justice a chance. I said, please don't be that guy. Let me tell y'all something.
I knew he was that guy when he was talking about he the B and the bitch was going all the hunt.
Is arrogance. Arrogance. And that man is arrogant. Okay. Now, Jay sits down with him because she's like, I just feel like our connection has been off. And I was even telling Nels off camera, I said, did we miss something in the beginning? Did Tommy say something about go mess with people that don't really fuck with you? Because I know that he said that to the men last week and that was their assignment, but I didn't get that from what he said. So
he might have, and maybe they didn't show it on camera. I'm assuming. I don't know. And I'm only saying it because 2 people have done it.
Right. So, she goes and meets with Justice, and Justin is just like, real talk. I'm not really a big dater.
Yeah, she asked him, what happened was she asked him, what type of character has to get you to take them out on a date?
And he said, I don't date.
I don't really date.
He said, I don't believe in spending money to figure out if I like somebody.
He's like, I'll get to know you or something. We'll go to the beach or, we'll interact. But yeah, that ain't really it. So she's
unfortunately, like, I'm not, unfortunately, as we tell you all the time, we used to live there. Justice, I've run into a few justices, and that is a Miami mentality. And I don't know if it's FBE energy or if it's just Miami energy, but there are justices out there who feel like I'm not about to spend no money to figure out whether I like you. And those are not my type of people, but they're out there. I've run into it. The ones that want to come over and Netflix and chill, I've definitely run into them. I don't date them, but they try. They hit your phone. They try. Let me come over and bring a bottle of wine, and we can go out and get some wine and have a drink. But no, I'm not. We don't. Yeah, they're there. They're there.
I haven't run into them. Okay, no. I have not run into them. But I do know that there's flaughters. That's what I know, that there's flaughters, the people that act like they got some shit and they don't. But this, not want to take you on a date or not spend no bread, or guess what? I don't give a damn whether you got it or not. Fake for me, damn it. Pretend for me. Save that shit.
You want somebody to attempt to swindle you.
No. You ain't getting shit from me. But look, I don't give a damn whether you got it or not. You want to see me, you gonna spend it.
You better act like it.
So pretend like you got it.
Oh no, look, I told you. Another Miami story, y'all. I'm telling y'all, we're gonna go into our story time series very soon. All of these shows go off. I got another story for y'all. Man, in Miami, we went out to a nice restaurant. He left his wallet at home. Thank God I had my money. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's a thing.
Did you pay for his bill?
Yes. What was I gonna get up and leave the restaurant and go to jail? No, I paid the bill.
No, I'd have paid my half.
Oh no, I paid the whole thing. He was like, "Oh, I'll get you back when because I drove too, so I had to drop him off at his house."
His ass would have been stuck there. First of all, Trish, you should know better. You picking the motherfucker up for the restaurant for the damn date.
Oh God. Yeah, again, we'll have story
She
time.
does not read the signs. She doesn't read the
I
signs.
red flags, y'all. I ignore the red flags. But anyway, I'm just saying it's real in Miami. It happens. Okay. But he lets her know that he's not into playing these games. Okay. So if these ladies feel like he's not doing something that, or they don't like something, he don't care. That's not his problem, because right now he's the king and he's worried about watching his kingdom, and a woman should, come to him basically correct.
And
And
this basically just gives arrogant vibes to her. Or
And
to
I
everybody.
told Nels, I said, well, bruh, if you feel so strongly, why are you here?
And
Because
if you want a bitch to chase you, sir, you're on the wrong team. It's giving feminine energy, is what it's giving to me. And like I said, I think you're playing for the wrong team if that's the case.
Well,
you want to be chased.
Well, there's that.
Everybody pulls up to the yacht house, and Tommy and Mrs. Jacqueline Miles pulls up in the back, and they boat. Okay.
It ain't tricking if you got it.
Now, he says that they've been trusting the process, and, but they've been needing to be bold and make a bold impression, okay, on somebody's, because some of them got more than one.
Mm-hmm.
So he tells them that, they need to mix and mingle and have some fun. Now, everybody's hanging out, playing games and things like that, and Randall embraces Jay, and I saw Issa looking from across the room. Okay, she noticed. Now he says that he has a connection with both Issa and Kayla and Trinika. But he's excited to still see, huh?
You like Jay too, apparently.
He said he's excited to see Jay. He says she's super easy to talk to, and he kind of gravitates to her energy. Now she tells him she likes him a lot. He's like, girl, I like you too. She's like, boy, shut up. They look cute. They look cute.
That's how you go. Oh, Ra. Oh, Ra.
I said, we're gonna put a nickname on Randall?
Right.
That's what we doing. Now he says coming on, he wanted, like, he was, willing to talk to everybody and, get to know them, but he's really just trying to figure out where she's at. So she says that they're kind of in a space where, they have to meet 9 other people.
Right.
And he was like, oh, no, I mean, I'm doing my best to do that. I can do that. I can smile and, with the best of them. So she's like, oh, okay. So you a charmer. And she agrees that, he is pretty charming, but she also agrees that it's genuine.
He already got 3 in the starting lineup.
Let me tell you something. He would have had me if he never took off them sunglasses.
You funny.
Okay. Now, everybody else is playing Jenga, and Brandy, apparently these Jenga pieces have like words and statements and things that you need
or
to do
like dares or things.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So she pulls one that says, give your favorite connection a lap dance. So Mike over there talking to I don't know, a homegirl that he really didn't like. I don't know what the hell going on over there.
Well, again, as you said, I guess Kady knew the assignment. She went and talked to the dude she really wasn't feeling.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be giving people a chance that you didn't give a chance that.
Oh, okay.
Right. So that chance was already blown out the water. But you know what? Mike is such a nice guy that, he's still sitting down and entertaining this bullshit. But doesn't matter, because Brandy wouldn't interrupted that shit and sat her little happy ass on his lap and gave him a lap dance.
Okay.
So she knew the assignment.
She said milkshake brings the boys to the yard.
It really do, though. It really do. So Sharice, now, she says that Zoe is not the kind of guy that she would normally, go for, because she would take him as boring. But she wants to be open-minded. So they sit down, have a conversation, and she wants to know if he's ever been married. Now, he says that he was with someone for 7 years, and she was always wanting to get married. So he gave her what she wanted. He proposed to her. And the next day, he asked for that motherfucker back. So the question she asked was, which me and Treese believe was the wrong question, was, how long ago was that? I mean, I get, you know what? No, maybe I'm not gonna say that was the wrong question, because maybe you are
It
hoping,
was
and
a good question.
I'm guessing, she's wanting to know if he grew from that. It was 11 years ago, apparently. But I think we had some better questions. I'll say that. But ultimately, he does say that he does want to get married, and have a partnership and grow with someone. Now, she said she wants a relationship with someone who's upfront with her, and she doesn't want them to feel pressured. And because of that, she really ain't feeling him like that, because she said she don't want nobody pretending to like her. Now, I can see that. I can see that conversation turning a lot of people off. But I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. But you would hope. You said what?
I said I can't blame her for that one, but I also I think she would be hard to pretend to like. So I don't think that she has to worry about that. Okay. So Sharice brings up how Mike came at her at the gym and says that she was hurt and felt like it was a little bit intense. Now, he said, you know, sorry if you felt like that was, but he tries to move on. No, of course, she got to dig deeper. She got to come sit beside him on the couch. And, she said that she, again, was hurt and felt his approach was aggressive. And as they're hashing out the conversation, he does apologize and says he doesn't want to have this reputation of being like this bad guy. He's actually really sensitive and he was never trying to come off wrong. But what I thought was very profound is she didn't address nothing that she said.
He used to be a married girl.
And that's what me and Nels agreed upon. It's clearly he's used to being married and just, okay, you
Want to
win.
move past it.
Right. So he goes outside and is speaking with Kady and Jay and Shakira. Now Jay compliments him on how he handled the situation with Sharice and said that it spoke to his character. Kady and tells him, as a Black man, you have to be mindful so people can't denounce your character. Now Shakira is listening to all this and she's like, I just feel like I need to get up. I need to leave because she doesn't want no mess. Now, I still wasn't clear on what about what they were saying was what upset her or triggered her, whatever. But she decides she's leaving. In the process of her leaving, Kady is like, yeah, no, just let her go because, this conversation is probably triggering her because of what she's been through. Now, this obviously pisses Shakira off a little bit more, and she's upset because she feels like her bringing up her story in front of a guy robs her of the opportunity to tell her own story. Mm-hmm. So I could understand that, but at the same time, I was like, what in the world was said? What? Now you got me wanting to know what the hell happened.
And I'm sure that's how he felt.
Right.
And that's the problem. She wasn't able to present it and say, what it was or what happened. And now already he has this preconceived notion that something has happened. So while they're sitting together, he's going to be wondering, are we going to get to the nitty-gritty and find out what the hell it was that happened in your past? She explains that she felt betrayed, and I feel like it was for good reason, because you had insight that he did not, and you're sharing that you have insight, period. When really you could have just said, it's okay if she leaves, she just doesn't feel comfortable.
Right.
Could have been a lot more vague than you were. So then Randall and Issa are over on the sidelines all cuddled up, and she lets him know, I saw you over there touching Jamala's waist, and I even saw her ass on you. And of course, he denies it and says that, it's hard to accommodate what's going on in someone else's head. So it ain't just in her head. She's seen it with her eyes. Mm-hmm. She saw you grabbing the waist and had the booty on you. Okay. Then Tommy and Mrs. Miles, they show back up and remind the ladies that, they still have some business that they need to take care of. So he says that Mrs. Miles will be making her rounds and trying to figure out what's going down. Okay. But says now it's time to get ready for the all-white party, and don't wear no different color drawers because you can see that through the white clothes. Okay, and we know
this so is. We just not wearing no drawers.
We know this is the Harvey family. Okay, you have to follow as far as dress code is concerned. Do what they said.
Okay.
LJ tells Looney that, she needs him in her life to spice it up. He wanted to take her to Mexico, take her scuba diving, skiing, helicopter rides, and then at night, they're going to get real romantic. What he do again? Besides a starving artist?
I don't know. I don't know what he did, was supposed to be doing for a living. I gotta wait till I come back across the screen.
I don't know, but I know the last person that mentioned taking them on trips, taking people on trips. I think he could actually afford it. So
yeah,
I don't know about LJ. So Looney says she's feeling the connection. And she also feels that something can develop and she's happy to explore it. Keep in mind, Looney, there's a lot of floggers in Miami, and that's what LJ is giving right now.
don't end up with the I left my wallet at home. Swayze and Kady seem to be getting very close. Now she says she's been talking a lot, and she feels like she knows.
No, every day.
Oh, every day.
Every day.
Every day. So she says she feels like she knows what she's getting with him and what to expect from him. That's important. And although he knows he doesn't have that many connections with all the other ladies, he's cool. He's like, I'm not, which surprises me because we all thought he had the FBE, but he said, nah, he ain't trying to run around here with all these women. He trying to focus on Kady. I said,
really, there's not that many women on the show that want him, so his options are limited.
Well, there's that too. Now, Miss Jacqueline sits down with Sharice and Zoe. And Sharice asks her, what is the secret, to having a successful marriage? She says that, you have to, she says her and Tommy were both ready when they decided to go into this. And Zoe asks, well, how do they handle the adversity in their relationship? And she basically says, we'll fuss it out. Mm-hmm. We have no problem doing that. She says that's very serious. And she said, and if, somebody's always running off, nothing ever gets resolved in the relationship. So they both agree there is no divorce for them. And basically they go through everything with each other and keep God in the center as their foundation. And I always think that is beautiful. And clearly that is why it's been able to work. Shakira and LJ are talking, and he got his shirt open. And she's like, okay, look, you're giving away too much. You're, making me feel
You're showing everybody my goodies.
Right. And she's like, you're making me a little jealous. And he's like, but if you're getting jealous, you could just pull up on me, like, let me know. And she's like, no, I don't do that. That's not what I do. I don't know what you thought. I don't know what type of females you used to dealing with, but that's not me. Now she lets him know that, I noticed you really only called me once, but you claim to be so like into me. And then he was like, but you didn't answer the phone. And she was like, but I called you back. And she's like, so I'm letting you know now, I do require attention. And if that's too much for you, then that's okay.
Just let me know.
Because if that's the case, I can move the fuck on.
She said, do this. And he said, oh, what, tiptoe?
Get out, bitch.
He said, tiptoe. She said, no, walk away.
Right.
Toodles.
Walk it out like Usher. If you say real talk, I probably
won't shush you. So Issa and Mike are discussing children, and he brings up his son and how he's super smart and challenges him at the age of 10. Like basically explaining him how to do shit. Go ahead, baby genius.
Okay.
Now he says that he's also intrigued by Issa. They really haven't spent much time together, but he feeling Issa. I feel like a lot of people are feeling Issa.
Kayla, right? Just in case y'all confused, because she really got her name like it's Issa now.
Listen, if y'all know who Issa Rae is, okay, she is Issa Rae's baby. Okay, she looks like baby Issa. They would get it. Okay, so then Mrs. Miles pulls up. She comes and sits down with them, and Mike says that she is a very beautiful person. And Mrs. Miles lets them know that, they have to look at all aspects of a person, all aspects of a person's life and see if they're compatible, with their life and their morals and their values. And she asks if they're comfortable with the age difference. And Issa's like, yeah, this is the age I prefer. And he's like, well, not me, but you know what? I'll tolerate her. Because Mike is funny. He's cute. He's funny. Then Samson and Sharice are sitting down, and Samson tells Sharice that he wants a woman with a story, someone who really knows what struggle is, and says, women of color usually have that. And
Right.
she appreciates that because she says that in Miami, a lot of women of color get overlooked. And he says that, what, it's probably because all these men are intimidated by your strength. So she's like, what, I love that you love my strength. I don't know. They giving a totally different vibe than what it was given from the get-go.
They are giving a different vibe. Clearly, maybe there's been some talking on the phone. It seems a little bit more authentic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, maybe it is a thing. I don't know. He gives me depth. We all know Shade Squad. We're Samson fans over here. And he gives me depth. And for some reason, I don't know, Sharice just doesn't give me that.
Okay. Well, then he goes into explaining about the history with his mom, and I'm assuming he meant after his dad passed that they had to help like work little jobs or whatever to help bring in some type of money.
Mm-hmm.
And she just loves that he opened up about his family and says it's very important that they have the same family values. I don't really feel like she shared any of her family values though.
Okay. I didn't either, but as long as she knows them, he doesn't need to know,
I guess there we go, talking about that depth thing again, right?
Yeah.
So Randall and Shakira sit down to have a conversation, and she says, you know what, this has all just been a lie. But she says it's a breath of fresh air because she was told that she was nothing a lot of the time. She says she wants her past to be considered, but she also doesn't want to be looked at like a powerless victim. And he tells her that anyone would be lucky to have her. Now, me and Treese were discussing what the it is, and I told her I think she was physically, mentally, and verbally, emotionally abused. I mean, all that kind of goes into physical abuse, but ultimately, I think she was physically abused is what it boils down to.
Sad.
Now, Justice says that he's caught in a pickle, okay, because he got some responsibilities he got to take care of. So he packing up his shit and he got to go. He tells Jay on his way out, look, let Tommy know I had to leave. And Jay is like, look, I know this is gonna be a problem when they get back to Tommy, and it's time to decide who the hell going home. Count your days, homie. Count your days. Because if it ain't now, I believe it will be coming soon. Especially after the arrogance.
I was gonna say he's too good for this process. So again, why is he here?
We get back to the party, and it's like a whole freak twerk fest. Like you would have thought this was like a whole Uncle Luke party going down in Miami. I mean, people's legs is up, people sitting on laps and straddling people. It's a lot. It's a whole lot. Like, can we act our age and not our shoe size?
Don't do that.
Why?
It was given, don't stop, pop that, twerking.
It was given that there was no cameras around, and you shouldn't be ashamed of your goddamn self.
Work. Okay.
No. So Samson and Shakira are off in a quiet little corner, actually matching with the red and white on, which I thought was super cute. And of course it was by accident.
Of course.
And he says, you looking good. You making a brother want to meditate or something right now. And says, you even smell good. It's just your natural pheromones. Okay, we feel like he showed we're here. All right. Then Tommy comes in to speak with the ladies. Kick Swayze out the way, go on there with the brothers. Okay. Now Jay says she is feeling Rah. We know this is Randall. Okay. And so is Kayla and Trinika. Now, Looney is still feeling LJ. Shakira says Samson hasn't even met her son, but he greets her in the morning. When he greets her in the morning, he acknowledges her son, and that's super huge to her. And Sharice says that she's feeling Samson as well. Now, Kady, and of course, we know she's feeling Swayze.
She's the only one.
She is the only one. And Brandy says Mike makes her feel good. Okay. Now Sharice, on the other hand, is not feeling Mike. She says he's a good guy, but just not for her. Oh, please. We only got one person feeling you. Okay. Now Looney, look, girl, once I get attached, but I'm gonna stick beside him. Okay. Now Looney is not feeling Zoe. Neither is Kayla or Kady. Trinika says her least connection is with Swayze. Jay says for her it's Samson. She's really interested though to get to know him more. She just hasn't had a chance to have a one-on-one. Now Brandy says that she's only getting friend vibes from LJ, and she's really not feeling justice either. Shakira says LJ
people ain't feeling justice. Because he's too busy feeling himself.
Because he's really shitting, not honey. Now Shakira says that she's not feeling LJ either. Kady also says she's not feeling justice. He don't even want to get on the phone. Apparently, he wants to get to know people, but she's like, "How are we supposed to get to know you if we can't even call you, sir?" And he's like, "What's up? Like, why he can't get on the phone? Like, I got to talk to him about that." And yeah, Jay is like, "Well, you can't ask him tonight because he left. He has his opening for his business he had to get to." And of course, Tommy feeling some type of way about this. Now, I don't know. I might have left too. I mean, it's my own business. I mean, y'all might be sending me some little bullshit check, but this is my business. This is how I pay my bills. So I'm sorry, Tommy, if you feel disrespected, but homie, I got to go. Man, I just sent a text and call or something, but deuces.
I had to go. I had another engagement.
My own. This is my business.
Now, we all know who's connecting, who's not connecting. Tommy comes out with Miss Jackie. And after checking in with the ladies, he realizes that some of these men are ready to love. So he calls out Zoe and LJ and Justice, but says, we all know Justice isn't here because he left early, but you let him know that I notice his absence. Y'all go back and give that message. So now Kayla says she thinks LJ needs to be a little bit more aggressive with the ladies and, just like trying to court them and whatnot. And Zoe needs to open up. As for Justice, there's nothing that can be done because, again, he is everything to him. So, and then, of course, they cut the scene.
So we didn't find out who the hell went home.
So we don't know who went home, y'all. That's how we ended.
The bullshit.
The bullshit of it all. But thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
If you have not already, that you hit that like button.
You comment.
You subscribe.
And you hit the notification bell.
And yes, please tune in next week so we can let y'all know who went the hell home. My guess is Justice. Since we saw Zoe in the preview for next episode, it gives me the thought that either LJ or they kept LJ and Zoe and got rid of Justice. But we'll see. We'll catch y'all next week. Thank you so much for your support. Love you and have a great week.
Good night.
Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Hey!